I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of Job, chapter 16. Let's focus on verses 9 through 14. My enemies look daggers at me. Wide-mouthed they gape at me with scorn. They slap my cheeks. They gather themselves together against me. God delivers me to the perverse, throws me into the hands of the wicked. I was at peace, and he shook me apart. Yes, he grabbed me by the neck and dashed me to pieces. He set me up as his target. His archers surrounded me. He slashed my innards and shows no mercy. He pours my gall in the ground, and he breaks in on me again and again, attacking me like a warrior. You know, I've read the book of Job several times, as I'm sure many of you have. And this is the first time that I noticed how messianic many of Job's statements are. Chapters 16 and 17 are especially messianic when they convey specific instances that we see Jesus suffered in the Gospels. Job can be considered, along with biblical figures like David and Joseph in Egypt and Daniel, as a type of Messiah. And some of the images of Jesus' suffering are found in Job chapter 16. We see the prayer in the Garden of Gethsemane in verses 15 through 17. Jesus is our high priest in verses 18 through 22. And in today's passage, the first image is of the suffering of Jesus before the Sanhedrin and at Caiaphas' home. Job 16, verses 9 through 11. My enemies look daggers at me. Wide-mouthed they gape at me with scorn. They slap my cheeks. They gather themselves together against me. God delivers me to the perverse, throws me into the hands of the wicked. Now compare that with Luke chapter 22, verses 63 through 65. Meanwhile, the men who were holding Jesus made fun of him. They beat him and blindfolded him and kept asking him, "Now prophesy, who hit you that time?" And they said many other insulting things to him. So the second half of today's passage paints a graphic image of Jesus' suffering on the Roman cross. Now consider this, Job 16, verses 12 through 14. I was at peace, and he shook me apart. Yes, he grabbed me by the neck and dashed me to pieces. He set me up as his target. His archers surrounded me. He slashed my innards and shows no mercy. He pours my gall in the ground. And he breaks in on me again and again, attacking me like a warrior. Now, look at John chapter 19, verses 32 through 34. The soldiers came and they broke the legs of the first man who had been put on the cross beside Jesus, and then the legs of the other one. But when they got to Jesus and saw that he was already dead, they didn't break his legs. However, one of the soldiers stabbed his side with a spear, and at once blood and water, gall, flowed out. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. You know, Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. Your giving to Groundworks Ministries transforms lives. Would you consider making a donation to Groundworks Ministries today? Because we need your monthly support now more than ever. And donating is secure and it's easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. Another way to help is just tell people about Groundworks Ministries. Share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.